sky-high save. A South Florida nurse on the right plane at the right time.
Melissa Hernandez and her husband were passengers on a flight to Colombia last week. It was an uneventful flight until she says she was called into action.
I was sitting next to my husband. I had my headphones on, listening to music, about to fall asleep. And he shoved me and he says, I think they need you. And so when I looked, we were sitting in the front, I looked up and the hostess, I took off my earpod to see what she was requesting and asking for a doctor or a nurse.
Hernandez is a nurse practitioner at UHealth Jackson Memorial. She was on a JetBlue Airways flight 41 from Fort Lauderdale to Medellin, Colombia Thursday when flight attendants asked for assistance with a passenger. Hernandez says the passenger was blue in the face and was not responding. She stepped in and performed ACLS, which is what first responders use to evaluate patients in cardiac arrest.
You assess your patient, see what your patient is doing. Are they breathing? Are they not? Examine the patient quickly. You only have a few seconds, and then check for a pulse. If you don't find a pulse, you start doing chest compressions right away, and that's exactly what I did.
After a few minutes, with the help of some flight attendants and a defibrillator, the passenger was breathing again.
It took about a minute, and then finally she made a noise. And so I went ahead and I examined her again. I made sure that she wasn't having a stroke. I started to talk to her, and she wasn't able to get the words out right away.
Once the passenger was stabilized, the plane turned around and returned to Fort Lauderdale, where the passenger was taken to the hospital. Despite the delays and the inconvenience, Hernandez says her fellow passengers were understanding and thanked her for helping to save a life.